All right. So today is Thursday, May 21st. Thanks for being here, guys. I just wanted to start out just congratulating Joelle for becoming an Emerald coach. Yeah, and she's doing awesome. She actually signed up with me a long time ago last summer. So she was one of the first people that ever signed up with me, and I used to teach with her, and she got onto Shakeology, her and her husband, and started doing the 21-day fix, and just has been hooked on it since then, and decided that she wants to, pay it forward now and give coaching a try. And she's been doing great. Only was really doing it for a week and was able to hit Emerald and is at Success Club 8. So she is on a mission to get to Success Club 10, she says, and I'm sure she'll do it. So congratulations, Joelle. Did you girls have any shout outs or anything like that that you needed to say to anybody at all? No. Oh, Carrie, do you have something? Can you unmute, or do you want me to unmute?
No, I said not yet. I'm working on it.
Oh,
I'm
you're
working. I'm so just want that diamond so bad.
You'll get it. You'll get it.
Okay, I'll mute myself.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, just don't stress out about it. You set your goals for yourself, but if you don't reach them, you're going to get to them eventually. So that's the way I look at it. So tonight, what I wanted to talk about was I just wanted to talk about the team as like a whole and moving forward. And I want everyone to just think about this whole thing like across the whole year. So everybody always says that when you sign up to become a coach, you really want to think about where you want to be in an entire year and give yourself the entire year to really work at this business, because this is a business that, it takes time to get to where you want to be. Depending on what your goals are. And it's all about the compound effect, just doing small little behaviors every day over time, and eventually it compounds. You don't all of a sudden go to bed and wake up one day and, you're making the exact amount of money you want to make, or you're the rank that you want to be, or whatever your goals may be. It all happens because of a series of small decisions that you do every single day, accumulated over time to get you there. So it's really important, whether you're in this to try to quit your full-time job like some of us have already done, or as just a hobby to just make extra money. It's important to really have the big picture in mind and think about it for over the course of the entire year. And especially too, because you're going to have hurdles along the way. And I really liked the National Wake Up Call this week. I don't know if you guys had a chance to listen to it, but it was so true what she was saying about how as you're working this business, you're working and you go through some bumps and, you're working, and you may even hit diamond or whatever rank it is, and you've put in all this time and all this work, and then you get there, and then all of a sudden you just decide to just not do anything, and then all of a sudden a week goes by and you decide not to do anything, and then another week goes by, and then a month goes by, and then another month goes by, and next thing you know, everything kind of starts to dwindle away, and now you're all the way back at the bottom of the hill instead of, at the middle of the hill where you already were. And if you had just continued working through that, then you'd be that much closer to getting to the top of the hill. So kind of just keep that in mind, as you face struggles in this business, if they happen, or anything that happens, disappointments, you don't reach goals when you want to, just realize that if you're in this for the long-term picture, that don't get too stressed out about it, because you know what's going to happen. And that's something that I actually had to, tell myself just recently. I tend to set the bar, really high for myself, and I have this certain place where I want to be, and, it didn't happen. But I think to myself, you know what, it's okay. It doesn't matter, because I'm in this forever. So I know that it will happen at some point. So you just got to keep moving forward. So just kind of try to keep that in mind. You don't want to get too hung up on things that have happened in the past and road bumps that are coming, because then it's just going to slow you down from keeping to where you want to be. So I thought it was really important for all of us to, move through the year together as a team. And we're all in this for different reasons. We all came onto this for different reasons. We all have different goals of where we want to be and what we want this business to do for us. But I think it's important that we just take this call tonight to kind of share with each other about what that is, why you got into this business in the first place, and what you're hoping to accomplish with this over the course of the next year. So, if you're new on the call here, The reason why I got into this, was originally just because I just wanted to get back in shape, and I wanted to make a little bit of extra money to offset all the bills so that I didn't have to go back to teaching. That was it. I've always loved being on teams and stuff, so I thought that this would be right up my alley. I wasn't hoping to make any kind of big amount of money. I really had no big picture in mind. It was really just, let me just try this. I need to lose the baby weight. I need to make some extra money anyways, so I don't have to go back to teaching. And let's just give this a try. And once I got into it, then I slowly started to realize that, oh my gosh, like this can become so much more than just that. So now, obviously I have like bigger goals. I want to be able to retire Nick, from his job at the end of next summer. Not this summer, but the following summer. We want to be able to move to Hawaii in 2 years from now, and I want to bring my parents with me because they're 67 and they're old, and they've spent their whole life, like I said, giving back to me and my brother and my sister. And they've always wanted to travel, but just have never been able to afford it because they spent their whole life just kind of giving everything to us. So they're kind of strapped now that they're in that retirement phase. So I want to be able to just give back to them. I want to be able to help support my kids, when they go to college and things like that, and just be able to travel more myself and just be able to have more freedom now for, the whole family to spend together and, make memories and not have to be so worried about like only one vacation a year or 2 vacations a year. You can't do it because somebody else is taking it at this time. So your goals don't have to be that big at all. Yours could simply be just because you want to have extra group support, because you love being on a team and you want the extra support to help you get healthier, to help hold you more accountable. So everybody's are different. So like I said, my why when I got into this, you guys knew, was all for my kids. I did it for them because I wanted to be able to continue staying home with them. So my why has continued to, stay the same, and I've been able to incorporate my parents into it a little bit now. So that was my why. My goals for the end of the year, I'll just tell you real quick before we start, going on and sharing with everybody else. And I know I've shared, a lot of them before, but some of us are new on here. I want the team to be, top 10 in the company. That's what I'm shooting for all of us. I want us all to move up and all to grow together as a team, to be, top 10 in the company by the end of the year. For income wise, I am looking to be at, $3,000 a week by the end of the year. I want to have a downline of over 1,000 coaches below me. And I'm trying to think here if there's anything else. I want to have, all credit card debt paid off, my car paid off, student loans all paid off, all that stuff paid off by the end of the year. So those are my goals. And I'm just curious if you guys want to share yours now, like just why you got into this business and what you're hoping to have this business do for you. Where do you see yourself in a year from now? And then we can kind of hold each other all accountable for that. So whoever wants to start first, I don't know who wants to start first. Who wants to be brave? Oh, good, Carrie. Okay. There you go, Carrie.
I like to start. I don't want to have to compare.
Good idea.
So I started at the end of September last year, and I pretty much just wanted to cover my Shakeology. I've seen awesome things with other people. I've seen awesome things with other people using Shakeology, and I knew that was going to be one of my tickets to losing my weight and just helping me to get to my goal, and really wanted the accountability. And that's what I needed. And I wanted small goals because I work full-time. I work full-time night shift as a nurse, and we had moved to Florida from New Jersey. We don't really have much family around here. But as I started doing the program, started coaching, and just really seeing that I could have a niche, this could be a niche for me, and something that I'm really passionate about and helping people reach their goals. So I started making more long-term goals. However, I found myself just kind of overdoing it a little bit too much and not finding the balance with my family and my work. So I've kind of backed off a little bit, but trying to just continue to do my daily routine. And I think I'm finding more of a balance now, but I would really just like to be able to maintain Diamond, or maybe have a couple stars underneath of me by the end of the year. But I just want to be able to maintain and just keep up with my team and keep up with the people, the customers, people I've started, helping reach their goals, and not just get them started and then drop them in the dust. I want to be able to be that coach that can maintain that relationship with people. and also build up a team below me, but do it slowly because I'm doing this and still full time. I am going from night shift to day shift this summer, but that's about a $600 a month pay cut for me, back to where I started 10 years ago when I started nursing. So that's huge for us. So I need to make up that with this, and then I'm also getting my lactation consultant certification. So that's a lot of things going on for me this year, and those are big goals outside of Beachbody. But I think going to day shift will really help me have more focused time getting Beachbody stuff done. So by this time next year, I would like to be per diem and not have to be full-time, have our benefits covered elsewhere. I'd like to have our debt cut in half at least and be per diem at my current full-time job, do lactation consulting on the side, and also continue to pursue Beachbody more. So those are my goals for the next year.
Those are great, Carrie. And you know what I really like too that she said is like two really important things that she said was just about how she wants to make sure that she can still maintain, you know, that relationship with the people that she signs up and not just sign them up and leave them in the dust. And that's something that's really important in this business. You know, you don't want to just sign up people and then that's it, you're on your own and they never hear from you again. So it is really important that as you sign up people and as you grow, you know, in this business, that you make sure that you are in contact with those people and, you know, finding out how else you can help them to help, you know, get them to continue to reach their health and fitness goals because, you know, we're their coach. And I also really like too how you're being like realistic, Carrie, too, you know. I mean, you know, you're so busy now, you have a lot going on. So you have to be realistic about it, and you have to find that balance, and you have to really set business hours, you know, and be realistic about them when you set them. And then those are the hours that you're working, and that's it, you know, because otherwise you could have your head buried in the computer or the phone 24/7, and it's really not even productive anyways to do it that way because it's not focused time. So
my kids, like balancing time with kids and gym, and it just wasn't flowing for us. And so I had to refocus that. One thing about the keeping up with my customers, other coaches, I had someone off the bat that was really excited and interested, but she started going with the coaching thing. So I've kind of backed off on like pushing the coaching opportunity right now, unless it's somebody that's already like active and fit. But somebody that really needs to hit their goals and has a lot of work to do personally, I've tried to refocus and help them get closer to their goals first before we push the coaching, so that they don't get so overwhelmed with the coaching and back off of their own goals. I don't know. That seemed to work a little bit better so that they're not so overwhelmed.
Yeah, no, that's a really great idea because honestly, a lot of times too, like you'll find like your coaches, you know, some of your best coaches will come out of, you know, just your challengers, the people who have been using the products and have been able to reach their health and fitness goals themselves through the products. And then they gain the confidence in themselves, you know, and they feel better about themselves. And then they feel, you know, more confident now speaking about it to other people. So yeah, that was perfect, Carrie.
Okay.
Good job. Who would like to go next? Okay, there we go. Who's going? Oh, do you want me to unmute you? Let me try it. I'll do it. Unmute. Okay, there we go. You're unmuted.
Right. I'm like, I need to figure this whole thing out. So this is my first year home with the boys. I have two boys, one who just turned 7 and a 3.5 almost year old. I taught for 12 years, and my husband and I were like, you know what, if we don't do it now, they're going to be big and we're going to miss out. So my motivation was definitely them. Like, let me stay home with them. And I wanted to help out in preschool and first grade and just be around them as much as I possibly could. But the more I was doing that, I also felt that I was still missing out on being a part of a group or being a part of something. So like Kathy said, I had started the Shakeology and the 21-day fix back, I think it was July of last year, and continue with it. And I loved it and kind of hooked my husband on it as well. And so Kathy would always send messages here and there, or, you know, I'd be like, have you tried this? Have you tried this? So just, 2 weeks ago, I sent you a message, or I think you had contacted me and was like, I think I'm ready. I'll take the challenge. So And now that I've learned, just like watching your videos, looking at the team, it's very inspiring. So my goals are very little right now because I feel like I've just started. I wanted to help my family out financially because I'm not bringing anything in. So helping with bills, things like that is my goal, I guess my small goal. My bigger goal would be, hey, like, let's make enough money that we can take another vacation other than our just, once or twice a year. Like I would love to have that be from me versus always, I don't want to say the burden, but that be from my husband's income. So that's where my goal is right now. My hardest part, I feel, is reaching out other than just, I guess, Facebook or emails, things like that. So I'm trying to practice. I just actually picked up my parents today. So I'm like, okay, you're going to be my guinea pigs, and I'm going to start practicing with you guys how to, just casually talk about it when you're out and about, because I'm just really not good at, and I don't want to sound like I'm pushing a product on somebody. So I'm like, they'll be great. They'll give me the tips that I need. So that's my goal, since they're here for like a week and a half, that I can practice on them. So in a year's time, I would love to have coaches that are active under me. Right now, the few people that I've signed up are really just to use the programs and the Shakeology and not be active. So finding people to join the team would be fantastic. So that's, I guess, my bigger goal for a year, is trying to branch out and find those people that want to kind of join us. So.
Oh, thank you, Joelle. That was awesome. Yeah. And how you were talking about just, like reaching out to people, and how, it is uncomfortable at first, because it's like anything else, when you start something new, you're not perfect at it. You never start something and you know it 100%, you have to practice it. It's kind of like, when I first became like a teacher, when we first started teaching, right. I didn't really know what the heck I was doing. But then as the year went on, and then as the years went on, you get better and better. So it's just like that with this too. And it's perfect that your parents are here, that you can practice on them. Yeah. And you can talk to them about it, and, maybe they can give you some objections of what people would say, and you can practice with that. But you will get more confident and more comfortable, the more you do it and the more you talk to people. And then the active coaches, they'll come with time, some of your challengers that you have now signed up, you never know, they might end up seeing what you're doing, and they might want to even just get their Shakeology covered, Start small like that. So it'll happen, but you have a great starting point, a good mindset. So that's great. Thank you for sharing.
Thanks.
Who wants to go next? Okay, go ahead. Hi, Kelly. Do you need help? There we go. I just unmuted you.
Okay. I was going to say, I don't know.
I got it.
Okay. All right. So hi ladies, I'm Kelly. I started in March, and I started because I had always just kind of tried different programs, workout programs, and I've always been into trying to take good care of myself and health and fitness. And my dad has always inspired me. He was a fitness instructor when he was younger, and he is going to be 70 years young next year, and he still works out 5 days every single week, 5 days at the gym. And he actually ordered the Fix. He was one of my I think he was my second or my third coach signed up under me. He saw me post about Shakeology, and he was like, "What is that? And let me see the nutritional facts." And I sent it to him, and 10 minutes later, he was like, "I want it." And so I signed him up for it. And so he, I think, has kind of been my inspiration to just want to try to, stay healthy. And I had seen someone post on a Facebook group about 21 Day Fix and joining a challenge group. And I was like, all right. And I thought about it for a month. And then a month later, I just kind of realized I was sick of trying to get to the gym. It was really stressful for me. I have 2 little boys. One is 2, he just turned 2, and I have a 6-year-old who's in kindergarten this year. And I also work full-time. I'm a full-time teacher of middle school. So for me, I was like, okay, I would be waiting for my husband to like get home. I would have like a 6 o'clock class at the rec center to go and take like this cardio class, and he'd be rolling up at 5 to 6, and I'd be all stressed out and flipping out at the kids and flipping out at him, and then I would get to class late and I'm smushed in the back or smashed in the front against the glass or against the mirror, and I'm like, okay, this stinks. I hate this. It's super stressful. So I knew I wanted to get another program I could do at in my house, just in the basement, whenever I had some spare time. And I had a friend who also has been drinking Shakeology every morning for like the last, 6 months, and she loves it. So my original plan was start the fix, try the Shakeology, cancel the club membership ASAP, do not get charged $40 coach club fee. And Kathy, bless your heart, you were like, well, do you want to just wait and see if, before you cancel that, because I already signed up like a friend to start with me. She's like, you only need 1 more, and then your emeralds, and then you can get this. And I was like, okay, if I can get my Shakeology paid for. And so I kind of hung with it a little bit. And then I just kind of started getting like this weird, I don't know if you guys get this, but this weird sort of like excited, like almost like, like a high, like this natural like high, like I'm excited, I'm talking to people, I'm passionate about it. And they're like, wow, Kelly, you're really fired up about it. I'm like, I know, I just love it. I love the program. I love the way I feel. And so for me, it just kind of started as, I'm just going to do this for me for workout. Then it turned into I'll get my shakes paid for. And now it's kind of more of, if I can help. I used to call it funny money. Now I'm calling it like memory making money. And that's what I want to do. I want to just make that extra money that my husband and I don't have to say like, oh, I don't know if we can take the kids to, we're taking the kids to Legoland. I was able to, with this past week, I was able to make enough to buy 2 plane tickets for my husband and I to go to Legoland in Florida. Yeah, I know, yay. So I was super, super, super excited about that. And so it just kind of turned into, this, this desire, I guess, for me to continue to be able to pay for my Shakeology and also, help people, help me, I guess, so in a year, I don't know. I really want to be on that cruise. I'm like number 10,427 or something ridiculous on the wait list. So I'm not really sure what's going to happen with that, but I would like to. And I don't have any desire to quit my job. I really do still love teaching. I'm 10 years in, and that's my first passion is kids. And then my second passion is this health and fitness. And so I think I'm going to continue to do this as much as I can. And this summer, I really plan to like hit it hard. I'm done in 2 weeks. And so, I plan to just continue with that. And then maybe in a year, like I said, kind of, I think like maybe Joelle said this, I want to just be able to, contribute to more vacations and not having to just kind of worry about it. So that's my plan.
That's so awesome. And for those of you guys who don't know Kelly, I mean, she literally like hit the ground running from day one. I mean, it's been unbelievable. So I'm really proud of you, Kelly. And like, honestly, it just comes naturally to you. And that's why though, I feel like all of you guys are so good because we're all like our first like jobs that we had are all helping people, like Carrie's a nurse, like you guys were all teachers. I was a teacher. And if you look like a lot of the people that are on our team, that's what their like jobs were, like either now or before. So I just feel like it just comes like so much more naturally to people like that who are like already used to always putting other people first, and like genuinely like 100% caring about other people from your heart, So that's awesome, Kelly. I'm sure, I can't wait to see where you guys are and where you are seriously in a year from now. It's going to be crazy. I think you're going to be like mind blown.
I hope so.
You will. You just keep it up. All right. And now we have Lauren. Oh, there you go.
Hi. Can you hear me? Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I started when I was 1 year postpartum with my daughter, actually, and I saw Kathy post something about a coaching opportunity, and I'm like, sweet, I like to coach. I've always been a coach. I like coaching. What is it? And it took me probably a week or two to finally like let it sink in and like think to myself like, all right, I think I can do this, and to get my husband's credit card and do it. So we did it regardless. I did it, and it was the best, honestly, the best decision I've made in a long time. I've definitely I've come a long way since I started. I've definitely changed a lot, not just physically but emotionally. I'm happier, I'm healthier, I'm stronger. And the best part is that every day it gets better. So that's what I love about this. And, you know, like I said about coaching, like I've always been a coach. I've always, you know, I've always been a part of a team to start. You know, growing up, I did rec softball, I did cheerleading, I did school teams. And then I turned into the coach and I coached all those things. So I've always had this same, you know, what Kathy just said. I've always liked to help people, and I enjoy helping people. So this kind of really was up my alley, and it comes pretty easily, you know, like when I start a conversation with somebody and, you know, I'll send out that initial message to invite them to a group and they're excited about it. It like gets me so excited because it's like, yes, like here's another person I get to help change their life. And I get to, you know, I try to focus, you know, the conversation on this hasn't been life-changing for me, and the fact that, yeah, I've lost 20 pounds, but like my mindset has changed, and, you know, my thinking, I think positive and I see the good, and it's changed that aspect of my life. And I think that's like the biggest takeaway for me at this point in time. Obviously, you know, like even just today, like I walked by the mirror and I was like, hey, and I haven't done that like this past year. Like my life hasn't been that way. I just put a post up and I said that last year I was pregnant on the beach, and my friend was like, Lauren, mom brain, you weren't pregnant last year. And I'm like, oh my God, I wasn't pregnant last summer. I just felt like I was pregnant, obviously. Like I had a 5-month-old or however old she was. And I was probably still wearing my maternity bikini or whatever, my tankini. And so it just goes to show you how your mindset really can make you crazy. So anyways, I have big goals for myself. I really, you know, I was able to quit my job that I absolutely hated and despised, because my income here, it was matching it for the most part. It wasn't, you know, extremely high or anything, but it was matching it, which was good enough for me. I was like, yep, see you later. I'm able to put my time into this, then I will. And, you know, this little cutie, that's my biggest why at this point in time. Oh boy, I'm blocking my hair. Okay. So being able to stay home with her has been by far the most incredible thing ever. And I'm so grateful that I could do that. And, you know, I watched that video that Kathy posted the other day. Was it Melanie Mitro that did that video, Kath?
That was Lindsay Matway.
Lindsay Matway. And I don't know what it was about that video. Hold on one second. Hold on. But something just clicked when I watched that video. I was like, oh my God, like I get it. Like I get it now. I just need to build diamonds. Like I got to diamond in 3 months. In 3 months I got to diamond. Yeah, you know, I had help. I was able to start my husband's account. Sorry, I'm a little jittery right now. I was able to get my husband's account to Emerald, which definitely helped. And then I had a friend sign up and I was able to help her, you know, get to Emerald. So, you know, I definitely was blessed in that I had that. and not everybody has people that are willing to do this with them. But, you know, I'm thinking about it and I'm like, it seemed so scary. Like when I first signed up and thought to myself, diamond, I was like, wow, I'm never going to be like, I don't know if I'm ever going to reach that. Like, am I going to be a diamond? Like, I don't even know what that is, but it sounds cool and it's scary, but I want to be it. So when I finally got it, it was like, wow, you know, and after I saw that video, I'm like, that's all I need to do is just teach people how to do what I did. Because, I mean, really, there's no going like higher than diamond. Yeah, you're 1-star, 2-star, 3-star, but you're only those ranks because you're teaching other people and you're building other people to get where you are. So like, why wouldn't I want other people to feel what I feel and be as happy as I am, you know? So that's my thing right now, is sharing that with people. I love that. That's great to me. You know, so my big goal, I think, in a year from now, I mean, I want to be 2-star by Summit. That's like a scary one. So I'm working on it. I have a couple people that are going. So I'm like, I don't want to talk too much about it and jinx myself. But, you know, even like today, I took a picture of a house that I saw the other day. Me and Liv were out walking. And I looked up at this house and I said, holy shit, that's my dream house. Like, I want that house. So I took a picture of it. And I showed my stepdaughters today on the way home from our softball game. I said, Mads, look, I said, girls, look at this house. This is my dream house. This is the house that I want to build for our family someday. And they're like, oh, it's beautiful. They loved it. Of course, it's a huge house. They're like, hell yeah. So, you know, I'm starting to really like see my future. And I've been listening to the book, You Are a Badass. And that's one of the things that she talks about, is like really visualizing what you want to get and what you want to have, and making, like, literally pretending that you have those things. So I used to wear sweatpants every single day. Like I'd wear the same freaking pair of black pants. I think I had 2 pairs. I'd switch back and forth. And, you know, today I got dressed and I put earrings, like, guys, I'm wearing earrings. Like, but just like this mindset that I have it's all a part of it. And, you know, when people see that and I'm able to share that, I know that I'm going to be successful, and that in a year from now, I'm going to have the things that I want. And I'm, you know, for one, I want to pay my parents back. I want to help them because they've helped me. Same with Craig's parents. I want to make my car payment on my own. I don't want to have my dad have to pay my car payment for me here and there when I can't do it. I'd like a new computer, you know, and like all these things. And the other day, Craig sold his car. And he's like, I think I'm going to get you a new computer. And I'm like, oh my God, I mean, this is great. So even if you just think things, they just happen, even if you don't do it yourself. So, I mean, I just really my thing right now too is I just really I love that I can help people feel good. I really do. I think it's huge in that the more that you portray that through Facebook, even if people think it's so annoying to see your stupid posts every day and they might hate you for it, inside they want to be you. And one day they're gonna admit it. They're gonna admit it to themselves. They're gonna admit it to you, you know, and that's when they're like, can you sign me up? Yeah, it's when they come crawling to you and they're like, sign me up. I want your happiness. So I think that's just, you know, I just try to really stay positive, even though sometimes it's not easy. You know, I'm still kind of struggling, making sure I'm holding my diamond rank. I'm like, I just need to build some freaking emeralds. I just need emeralds. Like, give me some emeralds. So that's my goal right now for this time. And right now, I guess, I don't know. I think that's, whoopsies. I think that's about it for me, though. I mean, I got nothing else. I could talk to you guys all night.
I know, I could do that too. Oh my gosh, Lauren, you're so good. You're so awesome. Seriously. Like, I just love listening to you talk about like your vision and where you want to go with this business, because,
Crazy.
You know, like, girls, like, seriously, like, she has no doubt where she's going and where she wants to be with this. So, like, seriously, mark her words. Like, she will be there, you know? She'll get to exactly where she wants to be. Like, all that, taking the picture of the house and stuff that you want one day, like, it will happen one day.
Yeah.
You know? Might not be for 3 years, whatever. Doesn't matter. It's still worth it. It will happen.
Yep.
And I really like, too, what Lauren said about you know, how her mindset has changed. You know, that has been like another huge thing that comes like, you know, as part of this whole business opportunity. And it's something I heard about when I first started. And I heard people say, oh yeah, you know, your mind totally changes. Like, you know, you look at things totally different. And honestly, I just thought it was a bunch of baloney. I was like, that's just a bunch, come on, like seriously, I don't buy any of that. I thought it was all an act. Honest to God, I did.
Yeah.
And then as I got into it and as time went on, I realized, oh my gosh, like I saw myself starting to change. And like the way that I viewed situations, like were totally different. And, you know, I just like look at the world differently and look at situations differently now. And like I handle them differently now. I've gained, you know, more confidence in myself now, you know, just with like, you know, I used to be kind of like more of like a pushover before, you know, kind of just not really wanting to like hurt people's feelings. And so tiptoeing on eggshells and kind of letting people treat me not with respect, you know. And since doing this, seriously, like it's changed like so much of that for me. It's got me to have that confidence to be like, no, it's not okay. You know, like I'm a human being. Like I deserve to have respect just like everybody else. And, you know, I'm not going to settle for that kind of stuff. I'm not going to settle for friendships like that or any kind of relationships like that. You know, I'm going to be with people who make me feel good and who are optimistic and positive. And so your mindset totally changes in this. It really does. It is so incredible. Like you just become happier and like your relationships around you become better. Like Nick and I, you know, we used to sit there and just talk about just random crap before. And our relationship wasn't bad, but it was kind of like when we had free time, we just kind of talked about like, I don't know, like nothing. Now when I don't even know what the heck we talked about. Now we talk about like much more like meaningful, like deep things. And like, we're really excited all the time now. And it's just, you know, it's just so much better. So I'm so glad that you guys are seeing that too. So thank you guys all for sharing so much. And let's just really finish off this year, just trying to help as many people as possible. And just really knowing that, you know, you guys, we're all a team and everyone on this team is so nice. I mean, there's a lot of people that aren't on this call right now and everybody is willing to help out and just give you support and advice anytime you need. So if you're ever struggling or you ever need any kind of tips, honestly, don't feel bad or don't stress out about reaching out on the team page or messaging any of the coaches. Everyone's here to help you. Like that's one thing that's awesome about this business is that everyone wants to help you and wants to see you succeed. And they're truly happy for you when you do. So don't feel, you know, nervous and feel like you have to sit back and fight, you know, any kind of struggles on your own. Like always, like speak up about that. And then just keep in the back of my mind, it's like what Kerry said in the chat earlier I saw, is that Melanie Mitchell, you know, the #1 coach in the company had said, you know, this isn't about sales at all. And so just, if you just keep that in the back of your mind, that this is more about, it's actually all about you just talking to people about what these programs and products have done for you. How have they changed your life? And just showing it to them. And then helping those people get inspired and get motivation to want to better their life and finding out what their health and fitness goals are. And then working with them, you know, share your journey with them and then work with them to try to get them to their goals. And that's all it is. So thank you guys so much for being here. Does anyone have any questions before we end the call tonight? Carrie?
I just want to say you all are so inspiring, and I really needed this. I was kind of like, I was so tired. Like, I should just go to bed. I was falling asleep while I was putting my kids to bed, but I'm just so inspired. So thanks for the refreshing chat tonight.
Oh, you're welcome. I know. Thank you guys so much. Like, I was sitting around thinking, you're like, what's something different that we can do? But I was like, you know, I think it's awesome. Like, we have seriously such a great team. Every single person on this team seriously has like so much to offer and bring to the table. And it's just, I feel like it's just so nice to get together and have everyone kind of talk about themselves a little bit and just get to know each other a little bit more and where you want to go with it. And it's just, I don't know. I just love you guys. So thanks for being here.
I wish you guys weren't all up north. You guys should just all move to Florida so we can all hang out.
I know. Seriously. I don't know why I'm up here. Oh gosh, guys. Well, thank you guys so much for being here. If no one else has any other questions, nothing else? No. All right, awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for taking the time to be here tonight. And you guys are seriously so inspiring, and I love you all. So I will talk to you guys soon. I hope you have a good night.
Bye.
Bye, guys.